In the early days of polygons, sports games were a dime a dozen. Each sport had many entries from many different companies, each with their own take on the way 3D sports games would be. But for the football genre, two series really set themselves apart and would go on to dominate the virtual pitch. One was FIFA, and the other was Goalstorm, which would go on and morph into the Pro Evolution series. Going back and playing football games that are over 15 years old can be challenging. Aspects that we have come to expect are missing because they haven't been developed yet. But going back to play Goalstorm is still pretty fun because there is so much here that will go on to become standard. But don't get me wrong, there is also a lot that will eventually get cut.
He shoots! Go! Super goal!
For one, there are not that many game modes. There is your exhibition games and the Hyper Cup, which is a take on the World Cup with group and knockout stages. But that's it. These were the days before virtual pros and season modes and online play. This is also international football, with only national teams and no clubs. You do get to choose from a wide assortment of international teams, including Italy, England, France, Cameroon, and Brazil. There are also no stats, and every team is equal. So it is not as realistically impossible to have the United States win a match.
He shoots!
A major aspect to the game when it was released was the fact that this is real football played in full polygons. And after all these years, it is clear that the graphics are, well, let's say aged. But they still have a sort of charm to them. All the players look like mid-90s depictions of the Slender Man, with their lanky bodies and faceless heads. And watching them sprint all around the pitch is at times humorous. But all the rules are here, and the game can be as simple or as deep as you want it to be. You can run perfect triangle passes, or you can just sprint to the goal. And it doesn't matter what the graphics are like, because scoring brings the same amount of bliss.
He shoots! Yes! Go!
There are some strange things, like the camera will randomly zoom in and out and twist and turn, which can be disorienting, and the keepers are superhumans that can dive across the entire net to make the save. It is fun to see how far games have come through the years, and this game may be old, but is still entertaining after all these years.
End of the match. Italy win!